This video is about how to sketch square root functions. So as you see, I have a square root function here. They have a negative square root x plus 2 and then behind got plus 1. So before I go for the sketching, let's look at the basic shape of the square root functions. So as you see, we have 4 different ways to sketch the curve. So how I analyze, I just see if in front of square root is positive and then coefficient of x also positive, I know the curve should drag like this. Follow the black color one. The black color one, okay, you can see in front of square root x is positive, the coefficient of x also positive. Whereas if refracted down here, if you see this in front of square root is a negative, while the coefficient of x is positive, then you know the curve will be dragged this way, right? And then as well as for the other two, if in front of x, coefficient of x is negative, while in front of square root is positive, then I will drag this curve to this way. So last one, if in front of square root negative and coefficient of x also negative, then you know you got the starting point and drag going this way. Okay, so now first I will follow the 5 steps to get my graph. First, I must very clear what type of graph that I have. This is a square root function. And then next, how I know the shape, roughly I can see in front of square root is negative while coefficient of x is positive, so I know the curve will be roughly follow this basic shape, the red color line here, the red color curve here. So I put the shape first. I know they must have a starting point and then they're going to drag this way. And then what about the special point? The special point actually is the starting point of this curve. So you can directly fit from the functions. You can see x plus 2 inside the square root. So in order to make x plus 2 become 0, you must have negative 2. And then after you substitute negative 2 into the functions, you know the coordinate y will be equals to 1. So and then next, I will find intercept. For me, I will calculate for y-intercept first, because it's easily to count by just substitute x equals to 0 to get the y value. But then the x-intercept I will hold first. I will get the graph first. I will try to check does the graph passing through the x-axis. If does, I will calculate for the x-intercept. So you see I plot the special point already. I plot the special point. And then I also got the y-intercept. I plot the y-intercept roughly is around here, negative 0.414. So I know the shape of the curve, I know the starting point, so I drag this way. After I drag the curve, I can see the curve passing through the x-axis, so I know they must have x-intercept. So now I find the x-intercept because I want to label. So to find x-intercept, that means your y is equals to 0, the equation equals to 0. Then how I solve this, I rearrange, I will get this, and then I'm squaring both sides. Sorry, this is x plus 2, squaring both sides. I'll get x plus 2 equals to 1, x equals to negative 1. So it's very clear, it passing through negative 1. So you can see here, I complete sketching the graph already.